It was intended as a grand, romantic gesture, a moment crafted to leave her breathless. In one hand, I clutched a vivid bouquet of roses, their velvety petals exuding a sweet fragrance. In the other, I held a first-class ticket to Paris, the city synonymous with love. For months, I'd painstakingly orchestrated this Valentine's Day surprise. A reservation secured at an upscale restaurant, a lavish penthouse suite boasting a stunning view of the Eiffel Tower, every element meticulously arranged to perfection. I pictured her face glowing with delight, a warm smile spreading across her lips, perhaps even a soft kiss of gratitude. But as I entered her office, a heavy unease settled in my chest. Her co-workers were gathered around her, their voices humming with excitement, offering heartfelt congratulations. Congratulations for what? Her eyes shimmered with a radiance that didn't belong to me, and a tight knot formed in my gut. She didn't even notice my presence. My eyes scanned the room, catching strained smiles, until they fixed on him, David Caldwell, the company's CEO. He pulled her close, whispering something in her ear. Her laughter, once a sound reserved solely for me, filled the space. It was a reminder of a time when our connection felt authentic, when we were truly one. Then, before the entire room, she kissed him, a tender, lingering kiss that should have been mine. That's when I noticed it, a diamond ring on her finger, its sparkle glinting like a cruel taunt, mocking everything I believed we shared. Just hours earlier, her hand had been bare, unadorned. Now, it told a story I wasn't part of. The room erupted in applause, her colleagues cheering as her cheeks flushed, her hand waving to display the ring for all to admire. It was a spectacle, a bold declaration of a new chapter that excluded me. I said nothing. There was no need. I turned abruptly and walked out, my steps steady, my heart thundering with a rage I refused to unleash. Not yet. There were moves to be made. The moment I stepped into the crisp air outside, I dialed my lawyer. My voice remained steady, composed, as I issued clear, precise directives. No yelling, no destruction, just cold, calculated steps. I canceled the Paris trip, every booking, every detail meticulously undone. Then I turned to our finances. I emptied our shared account, liquidated the company shares, the investments, the stock options, 83% of the company, $557 million in liquid assets, erased in less than an hour. Every financial thread tying us together was cut with ruthless precision. No margin for mistakes, no room for hesitation. She might try to dismiss it, claim I was overreacting, but the truth had already taken root within me. I'd been blind, a fool, and now she would face the consequences of her betrayal. I sat in my car, the silence thick and suffocating. My phone buzzed, her first call. I ignored it. A second call came, then a third, each more frantic than the last. I didn't glance at the screen. I knew exactly what she wanted. She'd beg, apologize, try to smooth things over, but it was far too late for that. Then my phone lit up again, this time with a different name, David Caldwell, the CEO. His name flashed like a mocking challenge, daring me to react. I didn't. I let it go to voicemail, unmoved, resolute. I wasn't done, not by a long shot. Over the next few hours, I watched her desperation unfold. Calls, texts, emails, they flooded in, but I remained silent, plotting every step. She was no longer just my wife. She was a transaction, a liability. And now she'd learned the cost of crossing me. The silence in my car was overwhelming as I sat there, my phone vibrating incessantly. Her calls kept coming, 356 missed calls by nightfall. I could feel it in my bones. She was on her way to my place. She'd arrive, tears streaming, claiming she'd acted in our best interest. But I wasn't naive. I wouldn't let her weave her lies. When she appeared at my doorstep, her face streaked with tears, her expression a facade of regret, she reached for me. I stepped back, raising a hand to halt her. "I know what you've done," I said, my voice cold, deliberate. "And you know what follows." Her eyes darted, searching for words to repair the breach, but they faltered. She understood. She knew I'd already dismantled everything she'd built, her career, her dreams of a new life with him, reduced to rubble in mere moments. "David," she whispered, her voice trembling with fear. I didn't respond. Instead, I picked up my phone and called her assistant. "Terminate all her contracts," I ordered, effective immediately. I could sense the weight of her realization, the empire she thought she'd secured crumbling before her. "I'm sorry," she pleaded. "It's not what you think. I needed someone who could give me more. I didn't mean to hurt you." I nearly laughed. She had no idea how deep the abyss she'd fallen into was, how thoroughly she'd shattered my trust. "Don't worry," I said calmly. "You'll get exactly what you deserve." She stepped closer, desperate, but I held my ground. "What do you want from me?" she asked, her voice cracking under the pressure. "Everything you have," I replied. "You've got your CEO, but he can't save you now. You're out of the company. Out of my life." The power surged through me, the control I'd reclaimed wrapping around me like armor. She stared at me, broken, but I wasn't finished. Not yet. I walked to the door, my steps measured. "There's nothing left for you here. Go back to him." I closed the door as she turned away, her sobs muffled by the solid wood. And just like that, it was over. She'd have to start from scratch, rebuild from nothing. I, however, had already moved on. The sweetest part? I didn't need to yell or rage. I acted with precision, methodical and unwavering. Everything was mine again, and more. I wasn't angry. That would have been too easy. I was cold, strategic, and I'd reclaimed what was mine. She wouldn't fully grasp the extent of her loss until it was far too late. That was the beauty of it. I didn't want her back. What I wanted, what I achieved, was the satisfaction of watching her world collapse.